Welcome to Talk of the Town Tuesday night men's and women's mental health support group. I am now waiting for the host, Big Coast, that do the most. And when he tap in, we're going to sit down and get to that. So let's get to that.
Good with you?
Salam alaikum, my boy.
What's good? Alaikum salam. What's good with you though?
Regular, man. Get on with the show. Give the people what they want. Get our therapy on and all that. Make it do that. What's good with you?
Nothing. I had a little day off today. Nothing special.
Oh, what you do?
I stayed in the house.
Okay.
Stayed
That's it.
in. Huh?
That's it.
Yeah, pretty much. I stayed in.
That
Did some
shit.
reading. I did some reading, and then I was there.
Yeah, that shit did like that was tight bland though.
What?
Like you were just like, oh, I just stayed in the house. Like that's it.
Well, yeah, nigga. I did some reading. I stayed in the house. What? I don't do much. You act
Oh,
like I You act like I live an extravagant life, like I'm always out doing things. No, most of the time I'm in the house doing nothing, writing rhymes or reading or just sitting in silence. I sit in silence a lot, bro.
a lot of people are afraid to sit in silence, my dude. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think they're afraid to sit in silence.
What you call it?
I think people can't handle their mind racing because you're just left with your thoughts. You know, sometimes I've got used to the boredom.
How'd you get like how did you program yourself or what made you, you know, entwine that to
Well, I grew up as the only child, so that helped. So I played by myself for years until I made friends.
okay.
But I think writing raps, writing music, cause like I wasn't always a writer, so I would
Mm-hmm.
freestyle everything. So
Mm,
there was a time when I lived in Bridgeport on my own, and then I was like back and forth to Stanford. Like my
mm,
mom had moved back to Stanford, so I'm getting reacclimated. I don't know where all the homies at. A lot of my niggas is in college. So I remember sitting in the crib for like 2 summers, just writing raps, gathering my thoughts. I got better in rap. But I also know that I learned that I like my own company.
right.
Like I don't mind. And then it started with like, you know, going to restaurants, going out to eat. It started with IHOP. I used to go to IHOP once a month by myself. Then I started
You
going to
mean
other places by
you
myself.
mean the IHOP that joint over there,
When it
Ridgeway
was
joint?
good, yeah, up the block from where I live at. When it was good, I used to go once a month by myself. Then I started doing other things. Cause I got a friend group. I can call somebody, but
Hmm.
sometimes I want to do things by myself. And I've been disappointed a lot growing up
Right,
in my
right.
youth. So it's like I'd rather not call on people to come because I've been disappointed a lot.
Right.
So
By friends, by family. By,
friends, family, it's just
okay. Okay.
I'm not a complainer. I don't like to complain on things that. Only time I complain about something if it's really affecting my mental,
Right.
and I'm bringing it to the forefront. But if it ain't really affecting my mental, I probably won't even speak on it, because sometimes when you speak on something, people make you feel like it bothers you. No, this is the reality of the situation. I'm just speaking my mind. It doesn't bother me, you know. But I like I like I like my alone time. I don't try to get too much in my thoughts unless I'm in my raps.
Right.
And I just like my alone time. I sit up, I watch a movie, maybe. Like last night, I watched the Knicks. I was by myself in the house by myself. Knicks did their thing.
Uh, Before I forget, did you check out the House of David?
I caught some of it.
Okay. Okay.
I watched the first episode.
Okay.
I'll probably watch it when I'm at work. I'll probably catch some of it when I'm at work at my desk, so I can really pay attention to it.
Okay. So, did the first episode seem pretty interesting? What did it? Was there something that
Uh,
muster was?
I'm like it. They're explaining it. They're explaining things.
Okay.
I know a lot about David already, so
Okay.
I'm trying to come into watching it like I don't know nothing, because I want to learn something new.
Right. Right. So, when you do that, then that's when we're going to come back and discuss the House
Yeah.
of David amongst the people. Yeah. 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 That's a pretty good movie. I also too. I say movie, but it's in episodes, as you know, but still movie if you put it all together. Another good joint that I finished out is Nemesis. If anybody haven't watched Nemesis or The House of David, check that out in the chat. Chat. Those are some good movies that you can sit down. Um, is good shit. Good shit. Good shit. Nemesis and The House of David. But yeah, Coast. Me personally, I became more of a loner. Um, I think through time. You know what I'm saying? I was one. As we all know, I was once like very popular. However y'all want to put it, I don't. I want to downplay it. At one time when I was popular, should I say. I'm a whole lot of thought.
But yeah, like
I'm a whole lot.
I also seen I also seen the effects of being around a lot of people.
It's a
You
lot.
know,
It comes with a lot. Heavy as they have with the crown. It's a lot. You know.
but even the king goes in the quarters where he's just alone. Even the king has his quarters where no one's around. He has his isolation time where he can reset and think and strategize.
Right.
I don't know how a man strategizes amongst 50 people unless he's not strategizing with them, you know. But I just seen what the crowd can do, and I also seen, uh, from being a loner and
Hmm.
watching the crowd, I see
Hmm.
people lack identity. They're usually majority of the crowd is followers,
Okay.
and that's another reason why I chose to kind of be a loner, because I don't need to follow no one either. I choose
Okay.
not to be. I choose to be my own leader. If you want to follow me, you can follow me.
Okay.
I'm not encouraging no one to follow me, but I choose to be my own leader.
Peace to everybody in the chat. Right, right.
Yes, someone said being alone gets you helps you get to know yourself, of course. But also being around, I would say being around people
Hmm.
also helps you get to know yourself. Being social, because don't get me wrong, I as much as I love being by myself, that's my downfall because I, I'm a human. We need that social interaction, you know. And sometimes I don't know how to move in that space, especially if it's amongst strangers or crowds. I don't
God,
really like that, you know. I don't like strangers. I don't like strange crowds. Some people
salute,
say it's the ego thing, cause
salute
like
to the chat. Salute. Welcome, welcome.
it's just I like I like to be comfortable wherever I'm at, whatever I'm doing, in any endeavor I'm doing. I like to be comfortable.
Well,
So
if anybody in the chat would like to become vocal and share some thoughts of wisdom, you guys are more than welcome. This is open. Tonight is an open joint for, whomever that's going to come with a positive message or, again, some thought. I'm not going to say testimony and nothing like that, 'cause a lot of people is, but again, everybody's welcome. So if you guys feel like you want to be vocal. You can hit the invite button, and Coach and I bring you in, and we could have an open, dialogue amongst us. So yeah, sorry to cut you off, King. I just kind of want to reiterate that too, and also too. Damn, time flies. It seems like yesterday. Coach and I we did a show uh Sunday, and we were also too. Um, Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Again, the floor is open. We was also too speaking, and we want to remind you guys and reiterate that when you guys come on our platform, you will be seen on TV and local.
it's a select. It's a select.
Yes,
Meaning like the end of the day, I'm gonna I'm gonna let you know what episode if I do choose the episode that you're in, you know.
right.
So I don't want to pressure people not to want to come on because they're gonna
Right.
be on TV. It's still a select. It's not like, but yeah, a lot of these episodes are airing on public access TV.
All right. Well, I'm leave it up for you to address it, clear it up. I just wanted to acknowledge the fact, because it's two separate audiences.
Oh man.
And a lot of people too was looking for us yesterday, saying, again, you have to still continue to spoon feed coach because a lot of people comprehension may not be, you know, so we got to keep feeding and letting the people know if they don't. And I guess if there's a link that you guys need, which is Talk of the Town dash 203. If you hit the bell icon, the subscribe, and all of that, you guys will get the notification whenever we do go live on YouTube. That way, once you get the icon, the notification or whatever, it'll bring you right to where we at, what we doing. And yeah, I just wanted to address that as well. Again, but this is Talk of the Town. Tuesday night men and women's mental health support, you know, group. And how was your Memorial weekend, man, and all of that? Coming into a new.
Rained out. Rained out. I wasn't really going. I don't. I wasn't going to celebrate Memorial Weekend.
I
There's
know.
nothing for me to be celebrating, really.
Right.
I understand what it's about,
Right.
but now I'm really looking at holidays as just a money grab. So much money is being spent. Like just last week, everybody complained about gas, right?
Let's
But
talk about it.
but over 50 million cars was on the road, so it, it's not that much of an issue.
I already knew where you was going. Bike week was lit this past Joe. Like,
Well, they it
I know.
also had fights and all of that at Bike Week. But what I'm saying is sometimes the complaining ain't warranted. That's all.
The complaining ain't warranted.
Yeah,
Can you
it's
break
not
that
needed.
down?
It's not needed sometimes. I think a lot of people complain because it's convenient. Yeah, they complain because it's convenient.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really have a problem. You can see a problem and complain about it, but if it ain't your problem, then what are you complaining about?
Right, right.
It might sound selfish, but we got to get to the solution of things.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. I know people tired of complaining.
About what? Bills.
It's just there's
So
somebody out here that's actually tired of listening to you complain. They tired of hearing it, and they waiting for you to come up with a solution to your own problem so you can shut up about it.
so can I ask you a question? Do you think a complaint is a self-inflicted wound?
No, no. Sometimes complaints are good. Sometimes, like, if you don't complain, sometimes things don't change. Like, I can go to a restaurant and see
Mm-hmm.
something wrong with it and don't say shit. And then the next person come in there, he gonna complain about it until it change. He gonna let niggas know.
But that's not your complaint though. That's somebody else's. You can't take on somebody else's.
But if I'm complaining about the same things, which everybody seems to be complaining about, like the gas, like this, like that, you know.
Yo, when you make mention of the gas, it always gonna bring me back to our last episode. That shit was funny.
Yeah, it does depend on the situation, but I be wanting to know what does complaining do for you.
Yo, I love this shit.
What does complaining do for like it? How does it solve the problem?
Gotta love this shit, man. Oh man, fuck it. Forgot $10 a gallon, baby.
And he over here, he want to be jokeful and make jokes and stuff,
Okay,
but
I've been.
you know he wants to troll and make jokes in serious times. This ain't Sunday.
Yo, they
It
got the
happens.
whipping gas pumps, baby. I'm just saying though.
Yeah, but that's not only thing that get affected. Oil get affected. And then when they go up on oil, and then they go up on shipment. When they go up on shipment, they go up on medicine. They go up on drugs. They go up on essential things that we need. You know,
That
they
hot
go up
water.
on they go up on pills. They go up on insulin. They go up on cancer treatment shit. Shit that you may need to survive.
I nigga Shabazz came here over the weekend and used up all the hot water. All right, my bad. I'm working on my professionalism. My bad, my
Now you not working on it, nigga. We like 50 shows in. Now you working on something? How you working on something? You know what time it is. You working on your professionalism.
bad.
It's not, but it's not funny though. It's nothing funny to be laughed about when people out there struggling. Don't sit up here on a high horse like, oh, I'm not struggling, so I can laugh.
No, no, nigga.
No,
It's
but that's how you going. That's how you come off to the chat and the people. Because if
no,
I was watching you, if I was a watcher, I would think you laughing at me.
yo, for the people that's in the chat, yo, I'm laughing
You
because
gotta clear that up.
it's whooping everybody. I'm getting whooped too. I just when I laugh and be like, I be walking and shit. I
But
like
it
I'm
ain't
dead.
nothing funny. But see, the difference is this ain't no laughing matter. You laugh to hide through your pain.
I laugh because how what other way we gonna deal with it? If we're not
Not
gonna
laughing.
if we're not gonna be swift and changeable, I laugh because like through the struggle, I know how to maneuver. Like I laugh, kiki ha ha ha, but I'm
I'm
not
telling you,
going to.
we're not trying. We got to
I'm not.
get tired. There comes a point where us as a society got to be tired of learning how to maneuver through the struggle and just get the fuck up out of it. That's comfort. See, niggas get comfort with it because they know how to move. But you're still struggling. You're moving throughout the struggle. People get comfortable struggling because they know how to move and survive. I don't want to survive. I'm tired of just surviving, bro. That's why it's no for me it's no laughing matter because I'm tired of just surviving. Black folks is just surviving, know how to move and just hanging on. Make a play that lasts for 3 days, a week, and now we just hanging on, surviving. You ain't tired of just surviving?
Just like like
You ain't tired of having the water right here to your nose? You ain't tired of that?
yo,
And you standing on your tippy toes and shit? Yeah, cause that's how we living in the society. And then the funny thing about it is, at the same time, a nigga be drowning and want to make jokes. It ain't time for jokes. Shit is high. Shit's
drowning
expensive. They
drowning with
just
drowning with a smile, right?
yeah, but hey, you can smile all you want. Somebody crying,
Let me
and
keep
they
that.
just made it harder. They just as far when June come, there's a list of degrees that they just said don't even matter no more.
Right,
Like nursing degrees and real good jobs. They don't even matter. You went to school, paid all this money, 4 years, don't even matter.
right.
So it's a lot of things happen. And the underlinement, most of the professions that they're affecting are women's professions. So it's a lot of shit going on behind the scenes that we really need to band together and be knowledgeable about. We got to start doing our research, our due diligence.
Right, right. Through the distractions, through the things that they feed us, through the music, through
I don't
entertainment.
I don't see those are excuses. If you're of the age, a distraction is an excuse once you speak on it. Only kids get distracted. Yeah, only a child should be distracted, bro.
You don't think adults
No,
should?
that's an excuse.
I'm no, I'm asking a
But I don't.
question.
But I,
I'm not
I need to
making,
know what a distraction is for an adult.
listen, me personally, I'm not making no excuse
No, I'm not saying you're making excuse.
because no, for the
I'm just
record,
saying I need
because
to know what a.
I'm laughing and joking and stuff like that, but for those, you know, we rub off. We're meshing. You
I'm not
know,
saying you're making it excuses. I'm saying what is the distraction that these
um,
so-called distractions that grown
let me,
adults, we're not talking
let
about
me
teenagers.
let me explain to the people.
That's what I'm waiting.
The distractions is the worldly desires, sex, money, drugs, you know, lust, anything of that nature. Those that distracts us.
Now, how long have we known about these distractions? How long have you known about these distractions? Be honest. How long have you known
As
about these?
long as long as I've been knowledgeable of this stuff,
So
as long
what?
as I've been aware and conscious
5 years?
of,
Put a year on it, because I'm trying to come to a point here.
okay. Damn, young boy. Give me. If I'm not exact, I'm just gonna kind of, you know what I'm saying? But I want to say knowledgeable. Maybe young, early teens.
So if I told you a person knew about something for 20, 30 years of his life and
Hmm.
still let it affect them, what would you say about that person?
They're still trying to find themselves and perfect their
I
craft.
I don't
Ultimately,
I
ultimately,
like I can't
ultimately.
accept that. I can't accept that because I would have to think,
But you asked me,
but
so
yeah, but I can accept what you said, but I
okay.
can't accept that for myself because that's an
I'm not,
excuse. Those are excuses for me.
but again, that's not something that I stand. That I stand. I'm just
I
trying
know
to.
that. I know that. I know you don't stand for that. I'm just saying in a general grand scheme of things, that's how I look at it. Like when people
Okay,
say these distractions, we knew about all of this for years.
right.
So we shouldn't even be speaking on it now at these big ages. We knew about this shit.
But look, man, you got to look
Lack
at
of
this.
maturity.
Look what we're dealing with, though.
We're making excuses.
I'm not
We
making
make
excuses. For, I'm not, listen,
as a whole,
yo,
not you,
I'm
as a
not.
whole people,
I'm not
we
making
make the most
excuses.
excuses for our own selves.
Yo, check this out, right? I'm not making excuses for.
Not you. I'm talking about in the whole.
I can't. I'm not making excuses for the whole. I'm looking at my people like, yo, I know we fucked up. Like
Yeah,
I,
but no, I get that. I get where you're coming from. But what I'm saying is when you said all these distractions,
because there is,
after a
bro.
while, those become excuses not to get right, not to do. People are like, and then you feed right back into the stereotype of what they've been calling us for years: lazy. You feed right back into that because when you ask the nigga why he not on his dean or why he not on his shit, he's gonna say it's either excuses, but the excuses be the distractions you're talking about. Yeah, the excuses be the distractions you're talking about, bro. They go hand in hand. He knows about the distractions, sex, money, drugs. Like we know about these. That's why I asked you, how long have you known about the distractions to still it's like there's a hole over there and you
Now,
still,
again, to reiterate, to rebuttal, you know what I'm saying?
you know.
That's why I kind of like I refuse to kind of like fall off or fall victim to what society wants to foist upon me.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. That's what makes you you. That's how you rise above it because you
right?
choose
So,
not
so
to
again,
repeat.
right. So speaking for me, but speaking for my people, the whole, I have to speak in third person, like you know what I'm saying. So I get it, but I
Because I
don't get it.
get bill, I get that we got bills and stuff like that, but it's like it goes back to what I said about complaints and excuses. They go hand in hand. You complaining about something, but what are you doing? You making excuses about something that you've been doing over and over and over and over.
So let me ask you: if I came to you and I was complaining about a girlfriend in my
I
relationship,
would give you some advice. I would give you some advice, the best that I can, the best of my knowledge. I don't see one thing I learned. I I'm always giving somebody advice, but I've learned through my life that I can't expect them to take it. I used to expect people to take it because I felt like I knew what I was talking about, and I'm really trying to help you. So when they didn't take it, I felt some type of way. I would take it personal because then they would come back to me and be like, "Yo," and I'd be like, "I told you to do this.
Right.
Why you didn't do it?" So after a while, I don't mind giving advice because I've let myself go of your outcome. Meaning, like, I'm not invested in your outcome no more.
Mm.
Before I cared. But I notice most people are going to do what they want, but I'm still not going to deny them the advice. So I like if he came to me about a woman, I would give him the best advice I can. If he takes it, he takes it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But it's like here's where the aggravation comes in.
Mhm.
When you give him the advice and he keeps making the same mistake over and over and over with the girl. Now what do I do? See, now that's when it becomes a complaint. So now it's like, what are you complaining about? You know the outcome to these situations.
Right, right.
You're the maestro of all of this shit. You can change it. Stop complaining.
Some
You
people
know,
may not have that strength, that will to change it.
but
Mhm. You know?
it's a will to change. But sometimes, like I said, change is for yourself. Change is for yourself. And a lot of people love to critique others' lives. They love to critique other people's life.
Cause that it becomes a waste of time. Hmm.
Yeah, it does. Trying to. It's like you can't. What is that saying? You can lead a horse to whatever, but it can't make it drink. That's
Because
like that. You give advice, but you can't expect them to take it. You can't,
right,
even if it's
right,
the best advice.
right,
You can't expect because every man has to lead their own path. So they can take your advice, but then they got to make their own decision at the end. You
right,
know.
right.
So I stopped investing in the outcome. It's just I wish him the best
I like what you said, investing in the outcome.
because I used to care so much about a person that he even come to me for advice that I would want him to take it because I care about the outcome. Like I care about the situation so much that yeah,
Right,
if my advice can help your problem, I care. But if you're not going to take it, it's like damn, what did you ask me for? I get it to
some
get
people,
another opinion. Sometimes I get it to get another opinion on things, but it's
right,
like deep down inside, we know certain things. Like I'm one of them people. I'm so sure of myself that I'm never gonna go out for a second and third opinion when I know I'm not gonna take it. That don't that, like what do you do? Like deep, that's where you get real with yourself at. Like, why are you asking advice when you know you're not gonna take it?
yeah, that's that. I like that.
Because now you're dragging people in your problems emotionally. Sometimes it's physical. You never know. But it's just it's an emotional burden for the person if he cares because he's giving you good advice. He don't want to see you fuck up or throw away your life or whatever the situation is. I try to help, but as far as distraction goes, bump, I don't I, I don't see like you build your own distractions. Just how you build this discipline, you build your own distractions. You're the programmer of all of this.
And I am one to concur with that.
You're the
Because
programmer of this.
a lot of things, a lot of different things. we we bring amongst ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We're the controllers of our destiny. We're the sole controllers of we like anything that we think about, we bring forth into a manifestation. You know what I'm saying, especially if we give it mad brain power. You know what I'm saying?
And the beauty of that, the gift and the curse of that is good in our life,
Right.
but a lot of times it don't work in other people's life. And that's how we be wanting it to work.
Well, we have to be able to master oneself and understand the powers that we hold and that we possess in the not more so in the godly era or godly realm, but the strengths and the powers that we manipulate and misuse here on this three-dimensional planet. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Um,
mastering oneself takes forever. I don't think you can achieve that.
there's levels.
I don't think you can ever achieve it.
Look at you. Look at you. It's levels. It's levels to how we
But
master it.
like as long
Like,
as
think
I
about this. Son, think about this, right? From the first show that we talking to town ever, right? Excuse me, pardon something, guys. I'm drinking coffee. Um, just think of the growth and how we've elevated. You know what I'm saying? So
it,
that,
I'm
that
in it. I can't see it because I'm only being me. So when I watch the shows, I don't see no different. So
you don't
someone
see
has to tell, no, man, because I'm being me. I've all like nothing has changed with me.
a lot
So
has
I don't
changed.
see the
That's being modest. So I'm not even going to try
nah,
to
but like I
mind
like
this.
you would have to tell me. You would have to be bold enough to tell me. Someone would have to sit me down
I'm
and
telling
don't
you.
no. What I'm
Listen,
saying is don't be broad and just say growth. You would have to like if I seen growth in a person, I can see exactly what it is and tell them.
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah.
So what I'm saying is
I see that.
y'all are getting the real me. This is the real me. So when I say like when I want to tell you about master thyself, I don't think that's attainable because as long as I live and as long as I get new experiences, it will always change me to where I will learn something new about myself. You
Right.
know, I'm always incomplete. So I've mastered things about myself, but master my whole self, I don't think no one will ever achieve that on earth. I don't think you can achieve that as long as you're living and experiencing things. You
No.
can't achieve mastery of self because there's a new experience that you haven't even experienced yet. How do you master that?
There's so many different levels. So that's infinite. Like to
You
you know
know,
what I'm saying?
so it's like,
Yeah. We'll die trying.
yeah. And then as far as growth, I am who I am on the show. So
Always right, love,
I am
right,
who I am on the show.
right.
So for someone to say growth, they would have to exactly tell me. They would have to be bold and like I seen him like you didn't talk, you were shy, and now you're talking. That's growth. That ain't that's growth.
Well, let me
No,
ask you a question. Do you see that within yourself? Like,
no, no,
have you
no,
ask
no.
yourself an honest question?
I don't have to
And,
ask myself that because I know
um,
myself
yeah, but
in
I
that
think
sense. I know myself in that sense.
right, right. But we did
I've
discuss.
always because the difference is because like I'm being true to myself. So being who I am, that means it's never gonna change. There's no growth. We're not talking about growth when you're being there's no growth being true to yourself. I'm being
Wait,
true to myself.
hold on. Let me digest that.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna repeat it. There's no growth in being true to yourself. There's nothing to grow off. I'm being true to myself. This is the raw me.
Okay.
Now I can grow as a person, but that is inward, not outward. I can change physically where the growth be seen, but for someone to sit here and say they've seen all 40 episodes and seen my growth, I would challenge them on that because
Mm.
I've seen all 40 episodes also. So I would just a little pushback. I would have you seen because I would like to know for myself.
So,
Maybe.
all right. So, what have you seen? Let me just use the show as an example.
hmm What have I seen from the show?
Yeah, as
As
an
far
example.
as I don't know because I'm in it. I watch it, but I'm in it.
Okay,
It's
got
hard to judge something you're in. Like we
you.
do
I'm not.
this. Put it like this: we do this twice a week. It's starting to be structured, routine. So, and with structured and routine, nothing changes. Nothing grows in a routine. Nothing grows in structure. That's what it's starting to feel like a job. Not like in a sense of a job, but the routine every Tuesday, every Sunday, every Tuesday, every Sunday, every Tuesday, every Sunday. That's that after a while that comes repetitive in my brain. Whether I'm looking forward to it or not, it's just repetitive.
Okay.
So it's like nothing is really it's altered my lifestyle, because on a Tuesday like this, I wouldn't even be home. On a Sunday at like Sundays I'm home, but on a Tuesday afternoon I wouldn't be home. I'd be outside somewhere.
Right.
So it
Right.
has altered my like my lifestyle, how I'm living. But other than that, I don't really see any change because I can't dictate the change. I'm just the messenger. The people have to talk about the change. They have to tell us the change. Is there change going on in the community? Maybe. Is this people buzzing? Maybe.
Right. Right.
I don't 100% know, but do I feel it? Yeah, I feel like a little buzz, a little change in the air,
Hmm.
but it
Okay.
I still look at it as we have a long ways to go also. We're not.
Don't use that bathroom.
We haven't even tipped the iceberg on things. We got a long ways to go. We haven't even did anything yet. We've accomplished things, but we still got a long ways to go. So I like to pace myself and just
Right.
take it day by day.
What I also too say to myself is it's a marathon, man. You know, and slow and steady and consistent. You know, staying true to oneself and one another. Staying true to our brand and not switching up. So a lot of people may be looking for the switch up. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we've been the same two from the beginning to now. So yeah. Every other episode, if not every episode, we get better. The structure is just you know being delivered and put together right before our eyes as well. So yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Um,
Yeah, we're building chemistry. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, slow and steady wins the race, depending on who you're racing against.
because we're not
But
actually racing against nobody but time, and that's not even being sarcastic, because me and Coach, we have these conversations amongst ourselves as well.
yeah, it's
You
like I don't. Like all these sayings that we say. Sometimes I don't like. I be. I see. I fall victim in saying too. But then again, I have to sit with them and really think about what the fuck does that mean? It's not a race. I know what they mean by it, but
Mhm.
it's like I don't like how they just generally sum up life. Like it's not a race, it's a marathon. That's too broad. It's too general for life in the world and what goes on and in the process of living.
I misuse it.
No, no, you didn't misuse it. I just
Um,
think I speak for myself. I don't know how the term is to be used
right.
because at times I feel like there's need for me where I have to be speedy with it. Then there's times I feel like I need to slow it down because I'm running my own race. I'm
Slow.
never behind in life.
Really want to get to know you.
Yeah, I'm never behind in life. I don't know how you can be behind in life when everybody's running their own race.
Don't turn around.
Just stuff in general,
What we talking about today?
just stuff in general.
We had a wild troll in the chat on our YouTube joint, right? Because the YouTube live is different from the Facebook, and he just kept talking about Trump and stuff like that, and we kind of like big kids.
You kinda you want to say we? Don't put me in this. You troll with him, he trolling me, and then you join the nigga, and
He
then
kept,
you join the nigga to help him troll, cause he
he
didn't
kept,
know that you were trolling. See, the thing about it is, when we're doing serious topics, there's no laughing matter.
yeah. Yo, you kept saying it's not a hat, it's a turban. You kept
Of
telling
course, of course.
me. Yo, I love you, yo. You stupid. You kept stopping them
Yeah,
to
because
correct me.
it's a
Yeah,
serious topic. I'm
but
trying to be serious. I'm not trying to laugh. You trying to
then,
joke with the nigga.
then he
You
started.
feed him so he can joke. And then we trying to be serious.
It was Sunday fun day. I know, but
But
no, we.
even on Sunday fun day, it's a time to be serious, nigga. Just
Uh,
like now. Today is men's mental health. It's a time to be serious.
all right, so nah, we
It's
was
not a
talking
time
about
to be laughing.
gas prices and stuff like that, and
But see, that's what I'm saying. You gotta like remember, it's not like when we're up here. It's not for us to troll
yeah, got you.
because you stand for something somewhere. Now you trolling, and then they find out you stand for this. It's like, oh, we stick to the script, fellas. Yeah, we will, and thank you. See, you see, because that's how people will look at you, like, oh, this nigga trolling. Then they can't take you serious.
Right, right,
They
right.
want to take niggas serious. Like anytime it's politics, I stay away from it. But it's no joking matter.
Now
And
we don't talk politics.
I don't
Even
talk politics at all. I don't want
right,
to joke politics with people either. You
right.
know, that's just something I don't want to do because
Yeah,
it's
that's
serious.
something.
People take that
Yeah,
shit serious.
yeah, that's something that we discussed with. There's a lot of things that we discussed as far as the do's and don'ts that
And
we're
then you
not
know, YouTube,
show shit like
you talk politics on YouTube is the fastest way for somebody to call me a nigger or a monkey or any one of them wild terms. It be on the tip of their tongue, especially when they come in the chat and they are leading with Trump. When they come in the trap and they lead with Trump. Yeah, our platform is good. We ain't worrying about that because we got it sustained up here, but it,
that.
it's a lot going on in the world that that
Oh,
it trickle down and affect us.
oh, we also know. Um, so YouTube is a different platform as well. So what we have going on here is I want to say I don't want to say slightly different. The shit is just different.
Nah, see, the difference is you the YouTube is just the opposite
Absolutely,
of what we do.
absolutely, Miss Cook. No, no. All right. So what was you just saying, Coast?
Politics, religion's a no-no.
Oh
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I don't like that's something I stay away from politics. I stay away from religion.
we did. It'll probably be somebody that we brought on the show that's from the ministry or
Yeah,
somebody that.
yeah, yeah. Even with that, because it's like I just stay away from it. We've had a few guys come up here, shout to what was it, Jehoshaphat. He spoke some words. He spoke
Mhm.
some words. But I have nothing wrong with with not talking about
Right,
politics
right, right.
and religion. I stay away from those two. I'm from the old school where you didn't really talk about those. Those are private things. Because everybody's beliefs is wacky now. It's got wacky beliefs. The Bible is everywhere.
Right, right, right.
Everybody got their own beliefs. It's 8 million. God is different now. He ain't the same dude from or entity from when I was growing up. Now it's just totally different. In politics, it's like I kind of think amongst us, money, politics, and religion are non-debatable. Well, we talk financial literacy. We talk financial literacy and the uh the idea of saving your money and stuff like that, and when to be frugal, when to spend. We
Mm,
talk with and not not succumbing to the Joneses. You don't need 30 pair of shoes. You don't need to eat out every night. Sometimes you can just fall back, you know. Like him, he like to show, it's a lot of things you don't need. Don't
yeah,
need Netflix, Hulu, and Disney and Prime. It's just so much that they have to get in your pockets.
the distractions. That's all to keep you distracted. To me, that goes back to part of the distraction, the
But
world.
look, now listen to what I'm about to say. I'm not taking nothing from the distractions. But if you speak on those distractions, those become excuses. That's what I'm talking about. They shouldn't be distractions. They're there. Why are you letting it distract you? You're a grown up. You're making excuses now. When a person be like, "Oh, I ain't got no money," da da da, and then you go to him and be like, "Well, you got Netflix, this, that, that, that." That's an excuse. Simple because people disagree without
With
being disagreeable. Yes. Because
everything is balanced.
they want to be right.
So,
People just
so,
want to be right.
so, Cuz said everything is balanced, right?
There's a yin and a yang.
Okay.
There's a positive and negative. I believe
So,
in
so,
balance.
so you saying with the yang which is the negative, right? Um, you're saying it's excuses for that behavior. Like some people are conditioned and learned behavior, and sometimes it just overwhelms you.
Yes. Yes, some people make excuses for bad behavior.
I'm rocking with you because I already know
We
the
go,
key to this shit. So we just ping ponging like we do. So this is for the people,
yeah, yeah, people make excuses for bad behavior. It, it, it that's just what it is.
right?
But when I mean there's a
Hello,
yin and a
Vicky.
yang, there's a good and a bad. I don't mean you go do bad because there's a good and a bad.
Okay,
I mean there's good and then there's bad in the world. There's gonna be good outcomes and then there's gonna be bad outcomes. You
right,
can't control that. The outcomes. It's just like the consequences of your actions. You may not control the consequences. Some of them may be good, some of them may be bad. Some of it is premeditated to where you know the outcome also.
right, right. Absolutely.
Misinformed by the misinformed. All the time they want to continue to press and want passes. Yeah, people want passes. There's so many, like you said, there's so many people misinformed, not
Absolutely.
knowledgeable. You know how many
Mm.
people are up on the internet preaching about stuff they don't know about, selling courses because they got a little fame and people eating that shit up and ruining their lives, ruining their credit, ruining their spouse. How many all these marriage counselors, all types of shit.
Okay. We all have
Hmm.
conscience. Okay.
What's going on?
Cuz,
Peace,
what's
peace,
up?
peace, peace,
What up?
peace.
What up? What up, cuz? What up, bump? What's good?
King salute, salutations. Salute to
Chilling, chilling,
everybody.
chilling.
Peace,
We all
everybody.
got a conscience. Honestly, we all got a conscience, but we all can turn it off though too, and that be the problem. You know, people throw out their morals,
Mm,
and they throw
Yeah,
their morals out, and they turn their conscience off. And
yeah,
morally, they're immoral. They act immoral on certain things.
yeah. That's
And
what
when
that's what I
you
mentioned. Like, you got to use the bad to shape the good. You know what I mean? When you going through bad, don't just stay right there. Like, kind of take the bad to help you do good. You know what I mean? That's
that's
why I
why
comment.
there's a lesson in all failure.
Yeah,
That's why lesson and loss is so close because
yeah,
there's a lesson in every loss. That's why losses are just lessons. Failures are
yeah.
just lessons. No one actually fails. They learn
Right. You learn. Yeah. That's why I
because
said that. Yeah. I
yeah,
agree. It's that's why I don't tend to say. That's why I feel like we shouldn't tend to say a L is a loss. No, it's a lesson.
it's a
Something for you
lesson
to learn
in
from.
life. You can't
say
like
that again. Hey, cuz, say that again.
There is no losses in life. You know what I mean? This it's just lessons, something for you
it's
to
just
learn
lessons.
from. You know what
It's
I'm
just
saying?
learning. Yeah, that's true. They're just
Yeah,
learning lessons. There is no failure.
yeah,
Life is the only test that you can't fail. You just keep learning.
yeah. As long as we got breath in our lungs, I don't think there's no. As long as you're breathing, as long as you're here, you're present. There is no losses. Like you still have an opportunity. You still have a chance.
So, all
You
right.
see what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely.
Straight up.
The
That's how I
mental
feel like.
area is just
Straight up.
important. You can't tell me how I feel. Give him some pills. Yeah, that is true. There's no clinical diagnosis for none of
What
that.
up, Unc?
You can't
What
really
up, Unc?
tell
What up,
someone
Auntie?
how they feel.
Peace, 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 peace. Right.
But it ain't about telling someone how they feel. It's an acknowledging that they feel that way, having
Right.
empathy that they feel that way, and maybe
Right.
Yeah,
I can help you get past these feelings that
right.
you
But
feel.
but
I don't want to
the key,
discredit no one's feelings. I can tell you that feelings are temporarily like plates, like the paper plates.
Yeah,
They change. They're
you,
not set in stone.
I wanna kind of interrupting that to cut your wisdom, and I apologize. So one of the key things you said within that is empathy. A lot of people don't even know what that is. So first and foremost, before I ask you to elaborate on that, I would like for you to break that down because again, a lot of people don't know what it is. And even if so, we have to make them aware and once they become aware and more conscious, then they be like, oh
I'm
shoot.
just empathetic of your problems. I feel for what you're going through.
Yeah,
I, like they said, I have a heart.
Empathy.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah, I have a heart. I feel for what you're going through. A lot of
yeah,
times we don't feel until it happens to us.
Like
yeah,
our spouse, our children, our wives, our mistresses, our fiancés.
yeah,
You know?
Yeah,
So
so a lot of times, even with that,
when we become aware and conscious of one another feelings on, what is being said and what is being done, then we can know what's affecting our mate or our associate or our peer or our sibling.
hold on. There are no losers in life. If there is, that's judgment. You're passing judgment.
Mm,
yeah,
You
yeah,
just have to call yourself a loser to be a loser.
yeah, yeah. No,
Because
definitely.
everybody's running their own race.
You gotta
By
find your own.
put it like
Yeah,
this. By my standards, I'm somebody's loser. But by his standards, he's someone's loser. I can look at
mm,
someone's life and be like, you a loser. Because it didn't
mm.
amount up to what I thought it should be. But that
yeah,
doesn't make him a loser. That's just me projections.
yeah,
Right.
So when I say no one loses in life, no one is losing in life. You may not feel that they're up to par in their life. You
yeah,
know, a lot of times we love you so much that we want to see you succeed. We want to see your life better. We want to see you process. But we also have to remember that's their path, their life. We
yeah,
can't judge. We just got to look from far, love from far. Because the
yeah,
minute you judge, you've lost them.
yeah,
The minute you've judged me, you lost me.
yeah,
And that's where the disconnect comes in. And again, this platform is building bridges. Like we trying to build, rebuild those gaps, you know, um, reconstruct on the disconnect. You know what I'm
yeah,
Yeah,
saying?
it's up to you. It's up to
yeah,
you to wallow in your own sorrows and your own pity and pity yourself. That's being a loser.
yeah,
Sitting in your house moping and complaining about life and complaining about things you put yourself in, complaining about shit that you can change around you. That's
yeah.
loser mentality. That's
You're
being a
forfeiting.
loser.
You basically
Now, I would
forfeiting.
never call that person that because that's not for me to call.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
It's not for
Let
me
Eric
to.
speak. Let Eric speak. Go ahead, E.
Now, yeah, I was saying like when you do that, like when you just sit and soak in your sorrows, you're basically forfeiting. You know what I'm saying? You basically throwing in the, you throwing in the white, you throwing in the flag like, yo, I'm done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My
I've seen a
loss.
lot of
What did he say? Q said, my losses may turn and point in my life to enhance my life. And that's what they should. I
Yeah,
think I think that's the main lesson that you get from a loss.
that's
It
why
betters your life.
yeah.
It's
right.
like
That's all.
it's like you repeating the same mistake over and over and over and over and over. So it's almost like you keep taking the loss over and over and over and over. You ain't learned nothing in that little lesson.
Yeah,
So you learned a lot by even that statement, like you said. You learn from your losses and then you move forward. See, that's kind of the mindset we gotta promote.
yeah,
Sometimes a loss will change your whole life. Because, like they
yeah,
said, a lot of us ain't hit rock bottom yet in life.
Right.
yeah,
Saying you need to hit rock bottom, but
yeah.
for some of us, rock bottom is where it's at for us to climb up out of this shit.
Absolutely.
Right,
Some
Absolutely.
right.
of us we need to hit rock bottom. For some of
In,
us, we ain't
in
seen it
other
yet.
Yeah,
in
and
other
that's how you learn. That's how you learn. You gotta hit rock bottom in order to climb back to the top.
You gotta go through some type of adversity in life.
Yeah,
So, in other words, every loser eventually becomes a winner. I know certain people who would, messed around during the crack era who was an addict who's doing way better than those that sat back and threw stones. You know what I'm saying? I,
yeah,
I yeah, so again, we might have looked at an addict of our time when that era and shit,
Some
and was like,
people
oh,
look at going to prison as a loss, but that might be a person. Yeah, I don't.
so yeah, sometimes the losers can, evolve and elevate to the point to where they surpass. And so,
Yeah.
yeah,
Going to prison have saved so many lives indirectly.
period. And
Period.
coach
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah,
That's
Punk talk about that all the time. I don't
yeah,
like. I've never been, but I've seen it change niggas' lives. I seen a nigga go one time and then come out and then be like, "Yo, coach, I can't do that no more. I'm not trying to go back to jail.
Yeah.
I don't do these things no more.
I'm
I
not gonna
can't. I
say
can't even risk it."
I'm not. Hold on, coach. Give me 1 second. I'm not gonna agree in total as far as like a recharge. Um, I think people go to prison because that's a point in time to where it could have been something like death. So at that point, that's the higher power, just, what I'm saying, saving the soul, saving the life, saving the entity. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
case by case, because a
Yeah.
lot
Yeah.
of people, that's where they need to be.
Yeah. So I don't want to be like, oh, he went. I, for instance, me, like, when I was running around, maybe it could have been something I didn't foreshadow or foresee 6 months down the line. So the Lord was like, you know what? Boom, here's this little violation. So now you got to go sit down for that 6 to 9 months on the parole violation or probation violation. In my mind, I might be like, damn, I'm missing this and I'm missing that. When all along is grooming me for long distance, long range, the marathon, to where I'm more preserved and more, considerable, more like,
Everybody's rock bottom is
conservative,
different.
so, never a
Don't
recharge.
matter. God will sit you down, and
Yeah,
it don't matter. God will sit you down in many ways, whether
yeah,
sickness, whether illness, whether stress, whether jail. He gonna sit
right,
you down.
right,
Yeah.
right.
You come out your
Yeah.
house, break your leg for
But
6 months, and put your
we
ass
just
in the
need
house.
we
Yeah.
just need to reiterate on. I don't want people to think like going to jail is like, all right, well, fuck it. I can't make it out in society or whatever, so I'm gonna go recharge or go take a break because I don't pay bills. Or nah,
I,
it's,
like, but
it's,
but
it's,
but to that mentality of people,
right. Yeah,
those people, like, I don't think the average person thinks like that. So for the mentality of that person, he has nowhere. He's lost. He has nowhere to turn.
there's a
He
lot of
has
people.
nowhere to run.
There's a lot of people that's lost, bro. A
Yeah.
lot of people. So
But
I'm
it's a
only
different.
speaking
But it's
from
a different type of loss.
men.
Everybody has their own path, you know what I'm saying?
Listen,
Everybody's
listen.
lost and they got,
I'd
you know what I
rather
mean?
be lost and
Okay,
free,
let Eric
than
speak,
lost
coach.
without being free.
Go ahead, E.
Yeah.
Speak.
Being
Speak.
lost with my freedom,
Yeah. Everybody, everybody
than
has to
being
find their
lost
own.
in the world without my
Yeah.
freedom.
Hold on,
Yeah.
coach. Go ahead, cuz.
Now I was saying, like, everybody got to find their own path. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, we're all lost in our own ways, but each have to find our own individual path. We're all going to go through I think just like prison, that's just like, we touched on prison. That's just another lesson. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody's going to get taught their own lesson. Like, okay, this is for you. You're going to go through this. And this is how it's up to you to find out how you bounce back from that, how you excel from that.
Mm, I like that.
I like that too. And everything too ain't always divine intervention. Sometimes it's the cause of your own actions.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sometimes we like it, not to say God ain't got his hands in everything, but a lot of things he don't. You got your hands in it.
What up, Lewis? What up, Unc? I see y'all in here. My boy Lewis up in here. My uncle up in
So
here too. Yeah.
The chat is open, man.
Yeah, come on in. Come on in, y'all.
Invite them in, man. Invite them in, man.
All
You
right,
know,
all right.
prison of
it's
the mind. You got people walking around stuck in their brain, stuck in their
mm,
thoughts. because they're
Yeah.
not living in the now. When you're in your thoughts, 9 times out of 10, you're living in the past. Woulda, coulda,
Right.
shoulda. You can't live in the future.
Nah,
You can
facts.
you can somewhat see the future, but you can't, like, you got to be conscious mind in the present. Like when you're in the present, you're aware. When you're thinking, you're
Yeah.
unaware.
Yeah.
When you're thinking in your mind over and over and over, you're not present. You're
Yeah.
unaware. You don't know what the fuck's going on around you.
Yeah.
And that's how a lot of us are. We're not conscious of what's going around. We got to start getting back to the present mind. Meaning, like,
Yeah.
what are you doing right now? Not what are you thinking about. What are you doing? What is your mind? What like, the, touch the air, breathe it. What's going on right this split second? Because that's what you're living in, the present.
Yeah.
And then you move the thought forward. Then you move the thought forward. You sit in the present, and then it's like, okay, this is what I have to do today. You're conscious of it. It's like
Yeah.
boom. When I wake up, it's almost like I wake up, I gotta go brush my teeth. I gotta go wash under my ass and my arms and shit. It's
Yeah.
autopilot. But that's how you kind of want your life in the consciousness. You kind of want the good things to be on autopilot without even thinking. You're
Yeah.
moving forward.
Yeah. You know what you're doing and you in control of it, you know?
Great into same environments. Yeah. And I always say that. No two siblings are raised by the same parent, even if it's the same household.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Because they're
It's
gonna
just
learn differently.
because they learn different, but the parent has to adjust to two different personalities.
That's
Mm.
true. That's
We're not
facts.
like they have to adjust it. I may be lenient than my sister. I may be nicer than my sister. My sister may be no nonsense. Now the parent has to deal with that because that's my personality. That's not hers. So it's
Mm.
two different reactions. Just
Okay.
like they have the analogy where I said two sons watched their father be an alcoholic. One of them chose not to drink because it seen what it did to his father. And one
Yeah.
chose to drink because he wanted to be just like his dad. So it's all about perspective and
Yeah.
how you see the world.
Yeah.
And perspective gets shaped from young, from a kid, and then as you get an adult, you gain your own perspective on life.
Yeah.
You know, from a
It's
kid,
kind of like that.
So
yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead, E. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
Now I was gonna say like kind of like Cyborg, but it's kind of like that movie. What is it? Jason's Lyric, where you
Mm.
had the dude, Bokeem Woodbine. He was, going down to, the deep end. Was like Alan Payne. He was going down, a whole
yeah,
different
it's
path.
two
You see
different
what I'm saying?
perspectives.
Different
Yeah,
perspective. Yeah.
Go to
yeah, I
war.
like that. I like that analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, definite. That's fly.
Never change pattern. That's structure. That's repeating the process over and over.
What is that? What is
That's
this?
almost crazy.
Okay.
But a lot of us need that, what he said, that structure, that going to work 30 years over and over. A lot of us need structure.
That's
Yeah.
being that's being a robot. That's like running on a treadmill every day,
Yeah.
getting up, going and just getting on a treadmill. That's being a robot, you know?
Yeah.
It depends on how the mental health is. Everybody's mental health is different.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's a mental health thing. It's
What?
just letting to me it's just letting one specific thing consume how many ever hours out of a day. Because again, we are the creators of our own stuff throughout the day. You know, we have choices and decisions. So if we want to give uh whatever people, place, and thing that amount of time, then I don't think that's a mental
You know
type.
why we conditioned to be like this? You know why? It's the same way you got to get up tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock in the morning and go to the store. We know why. We know why we conditioned. It ain't like we want to. I would love to just sit around and do nothing. I would love to just sit around and do nothing.
Yeah, learned behavior for sure, and repeat offenders. We're repeated offenders of a lot, though. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Well, so we could speak abroad on
Because we
being,
live in a system. And
yeah,
when
we
you
could
in
be
a
repeated
system,
offenders
nothing
of youth.
changes.
You
We're
know,
just togs in a system.
a lot of
Yeah.
men can be repeated offenders of falling in love with the wrong bitches and shit. You know what I'm saying? We could be repeated offenders of a lot of so that we could
Yeah.
speak on that in abroad and being conditioned. Well, we all know, stemming from you guys, the elders, the people that's a bit older than Coast, Eric, and I. It You guys hold a
Only this
jewel.
country, only this
You
country matters.
you know the elder
Mental
the
slavery of what though? Of what? Of the dollar? Because that's what people are chasing. That's what people are chasing, the dollar. That's why I said, uh, I would love to sit around and do nothing and don't have to worry about chasing a dollar. I would love that. I would love to have to sit around and do nothing and don't have to. But the thing is, that's not how it's designed. Whether we were taught or our ancestors were taught, we're in a system of that.
Yeah.
So we got to find some mental stability within a system if we're not trying to change it. Of course, that's the system we're in. One wrong, and it's always been that way because we haven't came up with no solutions to fight the system.
well, I can't say helpless. Homeless is as far as we ourselves would allow ourselves to be. Helpless, I
See
don't
that?
know,
Of course.
because no, hold on, because in a sense we reap what we sow. So whether if it's on the spiritual plane or just a regular plane, I can't agree with you with that.
For
We
for
reap what
for
we
for
sow.
whatever for any person that see at the end of the day,
Hold on. Quit your job and see. I haven't been working going on 7 years, so you reap what you sow. If you put in goodness and you sow in different types of blessings and you serve in the Lord and it's right entirely, then you only gonna be blessed. And again, I know you're just making conversation, but I want to be clear because it seems like you're stuck in the mindset. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I get it. I get that cloth, that quilt, but you know, I'm not here to beg to differ. I haven't been working in 7 years. So I'm one to say on the spiritual level, you have to reap what you sow.
And I think that it takes for some of us to kind of like get away from the system, you know what I'm saying, to kind of go against the system, but also, and when you do that, have a plan, you know what
but
I'm
that's
saying?
the
Because that's
false
what,
pretense. Cause I think a lot of people think that's what they're doing, and they lying to themselves, and then they feed the system even more.
got you. Understood,
They
understood.
feed the system even more, and it's kind of like no one man's an island. Like what my uncle is trying to say.
Hmm.
You don't live by yourself, but you live with someone else. So what he's trying to say is, I'm sustainable. I can do this. I can do that. But under the system, he's allowed to do what he does also.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I get, yeah,
Not,
it's
not
so,
saying it like
Because,
that.
like I said, we would all like to do nothing.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you got to do something. You got to do
No,
something.
no. See, that's how you see. In a perfect life, I'm doing nothing because everything is great. I shouldn't have to do nothing. But that's not real. That's not reality we live in. We live under a system where no matter what you're doing, you have to be doing something that's going to feed the system. There's no one that's going to outrun this shit. You can live like there's a lot of people that can live a facade and live like this and have the big house and the big car, but they're still living under the system. They're still under the thumb, under the
I get
thumb.
you.
And
I get
some of
what you're
them are
saying.
grateful enough to leave something to their kids and stuff like that. And that's all we have. Maybe you can leave a house, a car, a little life insurance.
So
But
let me
other than that, you under the thumb.
so let me ask you a question. What if those don't have kids to leave that to?
Like me,
What not saying you,
I
people
don't
in
have
general.
kids. So I think like that all the time.
So what are we doing it for at that point?
What do you mean with it? Like you're doing it for yourself. You're doing it for yourself. You're doing it for yourself. But there comes a time where you got to look at life and ask yourself, how long am I going to do this for? How long do I want to be living like this for? Is it sustainable? Because, like I told you a long time ago in a couple of shows, a lot
Mhm.
of us are going to be working 65 into this because that's how the system is set up.
That's nasty
For
work.
a purpose
That's
should
how the
kick in.
system is set up. A lot of us are going to be working
Right.
65, 70,
To
having
where
to
we
get up
can't
early in the
retire.
morning and do shit. Because that's how
Right.
the system is set up.
To where we can't retire. Damn, that joint
Yeah,
wicked.
it's not. The system wasn't made for you not to do nothing. You got to do something.
Right.
But retire ain't it. It ain't it. They don't have enough to go around for you to retire, for me to retire.
No, but that's why when you was like, it's designed to, um, for people to work until they 70 and they late
Yeah, because
early 70s and things of that nature.
it's a calling on their life.
What you're doing, ask yourself what you're doing.
Yeah, and what you're doing is sustainable, and that is true. Q. Everybody has a calling,
Hmm.
Yeah. Now,
but I
yeah,
don't
that's
mean,
what I said.
but
Everybody, that's where purpose kicks in.
That's your
Purpose.
purpose.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what purpose.
that's
Yeah,
what purpose
that's what
kicks
purpose.
in.
I like how you said that, E, not to cut you off, because I'm gonna let you go. But
Yeah, no, no.
that's dope that you said that because at this point, I understand my calling, which is, I guess, talking to town and getting the message out there. Being able
Yeah,
to communicate effective and
Yeah, but that don't
understanding.
pay the bills. That don't change the struggle.
But I'm not. Oh, so you saying it from that standpoint?
I think
Like
what you, I think
when
what
you
you saying,
find your
cause
purpose in life, it's comfortable to you. It makes
yeah,
you feel good. But you still got to deal with what's out there. There's a
yeah,
lot of people that's miserable in their purpose of life
Mm,
because the world is miserable place.
yeah. Then
You ain't
that's not
always
your
gonna
true
be
purpose.
happy.
Yeah, you got to find your. I think you got to go for like your true
Why you
purpose in
keep
life. You
explaining
know.
your social security? Q, see, you of the age to where you might like you're gonna get social security. By the time I'm of that age, there won't be no social security left.
damn.
And then the funny thing about it is 40 years ago, a senior citizen could live off social security. Now you can't. Now you can't. You can't live off social security.
Right.
Not even,
Yeah,
especially where we live in Connecticut, you won't be able to afford nothing.
yeah, that's facts. As I know, I be seeing like even down here, like and I'm sure it's like that in a lot of
You
places.
can
Like
get the
you'll see
top
people they'll retire from their job, but then you'll go see them, old and still working, you know what I'm saying, elsewhere.
crossing guard, bagging
Yeah,
groceries,
yeah, and
putting.
you could tell they miserable, or at Walmart, scanning coupon, checking coupons. They don't want to do that. They just put in all their work time. You see
Because
what I'm
work
saying?
is work. Work is work. We got ancestors that worked their whole life and ain't have nothing to show for it.
Right,
Yeah,
So I was promoted that my whole life growing up by the
right,
same people. Get a good
right.
job, work, be something in your life. Now the rhetoric has changed. Now that I'm 40, the same people that was duped, the same elders that were duped, that was telling me when I was 16, get a good job. Now they're telling me, oh, work it ain't gonna cut it. So we gotta acknowledge a lot of us was duped. A lot of us was duped.
Right.
yeah,
My uncles and
yeah,
aunts got duped. My grandfather got duped. My nana
yeah,
was duped.
yeah. That's true. That's true.
You're renting room for that. Gotta work
Yeah,
smart.
you gotta work smarter, and that's what I'm doing
Yeah,
now. Trying to
yep.
work smarter and hard.
Facts.
But other than that, it's lack of information,
Right,
lack of resources.
right. Yo, you can't, yo, and you right, you can't rent no room. Like a
Rent a room,
studio was
a room in Stamford, Connecticut is $900 to live with someone else.
to wait, oh,
Yeah, my nigga, you heard what I said. A one bedroom apartment is like $1,500 to live in Stanford. $1,000, you're living with a stranger.
shared
I'm not
kitchen,
sharing nothing with
shared
nobody.
kitchen.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I know this is a serious joint. I'm trying to be serious. Y'all always gotta excuse me. He's
Oh
the
yeah,
host.
Aunt Bridget was mad you used the B word. You called the women the B word. So clean that up.
What happened?
Apologize.
What happened, Coast?
Aunt Bridget was mad you used the B word.
Oh, my bad. Well, it was just, it's,
It slipped out. It
yeah,
slipped out.
it wasn't
She
nothing to the.
damn sure text me.
You apologize, chat. I'm apologetic. I apologize to the chat. When we vibe and we in the
But
moment.
at the end of the day, like, I advise everybody to work and get a job. And
Right,
and and I'm quick to tell somebody get a good job, but I'm also quick to tell somebody get a trade. If you want to go back to school, go back to school, get a trade, get something that's
Yeah,
meaningful. I've
yeah.
always told you, well, we always had this conversation. I wish I would have went to Right Tech because
Mm.
I would have had something to fall back on. A lot
right.
of us don't have no skill.
Yeah, get something that's in high demand. Definitely,
Be nice.
definitely.
Yeah, a lot of us don't have no skill because we just got that high school diploma. We just happy to get that. We didn't go to college.
Well, let me drop a gem though. Um, HVAC. Go get your EPA, yo, maintenance, man. There's a lot of places that need maintenance workers, man. Um, yo, that's a dope little trade. I got into it when I moved out here. You know, dope, dope. I learned how to, fix the simple things, go inside an apartment, a lot of, homes, townhouses, and things of that nature. A lot of times
Use
people,
my brain, bro. I come to the conclusion that I'm very intelligent. I'm very smart, and I'll go back to school and learn something before I do anything physical.
nah, I'm just saying for me, like with my Donald Trump hands, that's a dope trade, you
Listen,
guys. Certain places they'll hire you and give you a little money. It's almost like going to school. That's how I was looking at it. They were paying me. I was learning and doing what I like to do. I liked it, because I'm nice with my hands. But other than that, HVAC, pick up the HVAC, man. There's a lot of places. There's a lot of these housing developments that they're building up, man, where they need maintenance workers, man. HVAC, it's dope once you learn it. Trust me. And a lot of people need their ACs fixed and their sinks fixed, their toilets plunged, their shower, bathtub snaked up, and all of that. So I'm just throwing it out there, man. A trade, we definitely need that. We can't lose. They can't deny you neither. Can't deny you, but you know, can't lose.
Yeah,
Yo,
I
Big
think
E,
whatever.
this is we wanna what type of information, man, that you wanted to share with the people, man, while you wanted to chat, what you want to say to the people, man. Is there anything that you want to elaborate on as far as mental health that you want to give the people?
Man, always take mental health serious. That's something that we walk around with every day. Like that's like your wallet, yo. I think we should make like mental health like kind of like your wallet, like something that you should, what I'm saying, definitely take serious and work on that and improve. Because like I said, previously, we all got some type of screws that's loose and you know what I mean. And it's up to you to tighten that up. Well, take your mental health serious, you know what I'm saying? And, because it follows you everywhere you go. So everything you do, you know what I'm saying? What you call it requires your mental health, man. Your mental
Right,
health is everything. Like I said, shoot, I go and I put this out there. I see a therapist and a psychiatrist, you know what I'm saying? And there's
right,
nothing wrong. And it's always, like I said, if it's only something wrong when you don't do nothing about it, yo. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? It's always
True
wrong when
indeed.
you don't do
True
nothing
indeed.
about it. Straight up.
I
So,
want to
take that serious.
I see there's some women that's out there in the chat. I would like to get some women on the floor, you know. If you guys are more than willing and welcome, you could turn your cameras off. If you tap in, you could turn your cameras off so you're not seen, but we will love.
Nah, 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 nah. We need all cameras.
Oh
Mm.
well, we want to see y'all. Then when I see you, but yeah, I'm a randomly just start tapping you guys in because we want to hear from the people, man.
Don't just
Talk to the
randomly
people.
Yeah.
tap people in. They gotta want to be tapped in. They gotta want to be a part of this. You know how it is. It, like, like I was telling you, I'm used to this. Most people don't know me, but I'm used to speaking in front of people because I rap. I rapped in front of a lot of people. I've been on stages. I've been in rooms with famous people to rap. So I'm used to this. So like I
Yeah.
was saying for Bump, and I was telling Bump, I admire what Bump do because this is out of his comfort zone. Just sitting, even though he said he used to do it before, it's still not natural for people to come up and talk in public, in front
Yeah.
of people, on live, and speak their thoughts and their feelings. So I don't expect people to just, you got to have some type of heart to even come up here and just talk. Because a lot of people
Yeah.
don't like that attention, that public speaking.
Yeah. And I
You
could
know,
say like for myself, I wasn't always like I was, and not to make it about me or anything, but I was always like the self-conscious person, very shy, whatever. But as I've gotten older, that's why I'm like, as soon as bump you tap me on in, I'm like, shit, let me come through that window, yo. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta just put yourself out there, to make
Yeah,
yourself comfortable. But everybody has their own way of, how to, go about doing that.
I always
Yeah,
say you wanna build confidence, do the scary shit.
yeah,
Do the uncomfortable things. Have the
yeah.
uncomfortable conversations.
Like I
If it
remember,
if it scares you, go do it. Not
I
like
rem,
life or threatening, but I'm talking about if it makes you unsure, like the
yeah,
decision.
yeah,
That's the decision you need to make. Stop being so safe. Take a little
yeah,
risk. We take too
right,
many safe options.
yeah.
Take
Like I
risks.
remember, I heard, like I said, I heard 50 say something like this, and it resonated to me. Like he said, basically, the tough things in life, he don't run from it, he run towards it. You see what I'm saying? You got to run towards it sometimes. You know?
mhm. I like that. Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Because uh Adversity is needed. I think that's what we lacking with the youth.
Yeah. It's
Like
that consumption of fear. Consumption of fear will stunt your growth, yo.
it
Consumption of fear will stunt your
it's
growth.
like
Consumption of fear will stunt your growth.
Straight
yeah,
up.
because
Straight up.
you're not living to your true potential.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You're
Absolutely.
not living in your true light, your truest form. Yeah. Yeah. I
So,
like
so, so you know what I would love, and I see that it will happen. I would like more, especially from a female's standpoint. I would love to see somebody step through the barrier and kick in the doors with us. And yo, I think
this
that'd be because it's a lot. It's a lot, man. That the
you
women
gotta
is.
give it time.
Yeah,
Because
no,
look,
no, 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 without a doubt. But I'm just saying, there's a lot, man, that the women is withholding, man. And I know there's a
and
lot of females that do follow us and may, watch periodically, if not for the most part on a regular, to where they bite and they lip, they tight lip, man, and they want to
they
say
can
certain
respond.
things.
They can respond in the comments. They don't have to be up. They don't have to show their face. They can respond in the comments. It's all love.
But why would you want them to show their face? They when they could come on, keep their camera off and shit, and kind
Because
of get
people
a
want to see it.
stability.
I
Well,
want to see the real, the authenticity. You
but,
gotta
but
be
let me
authentic.
well let me say this though, because also too, it might leave a bit of suspense. Like I'm only learning
We
from
don't need
Kate.
to be this ain't Oprah. We don't need suspense. This ain't all my children.
The fellas might be tapping in. They like, damn, who that? Oh, Shorty speaking, and then
Nah,
she.
but this ain't lovers island.
Hold up, young, hold up,
This
young.
ain't lovers
Yeah,
island.
wow.
This ain't
Yeah,
lovers
wow.
island, bro. This ain't all my children. This ain't lovers
Yo,
island. This ain't
Yeah,
matchmaker.
hey,
We
wow,
not here
wow,
for none
yeah.
of that.
yo, a little Tuesday night, they might be in their little
Nah,
bonnet,
we not here for none of
little
that.
socks on and shit. Like, yo,
Cause,
let me tune in and
cause,
talk
cause,
to town, see what's
because
going
if you really
on.
want to be frank, right? We up here discussing our problems at hand. Nobody don't like. We got issues, so therefore we should be the last trying to jump into like, you know, this ain't thank you. This ain't the dating game. This should, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Hey, yo, E, yeah, I can't wait, E.
This ain't the dating game.
Yeah,
You
wow.
gotta realize something. He married, so he like to play games. He got a
Hey,
wife.
yo, E, I can't wait, E. Yo, if I'm trying to do it, what am I?
Yeah, wow,
Nah, this ain't the
yeah.
dating show. This ain't, you know, this ain't Match.com, bro.
But I'm just got their little bonnet on and all of that. They don't got.
Nah, because you got men that want to prey on women who are in vulnerable states, vulnerable mental states. That's my mom. I know that shit. Yep.
What's up?
Yo,
What's up, cuz? What up, Auntie?
you know what I'm saying?
No,
I'm ready.
Auntie, you know Auntie gonna tell it like it is. But you got men that's gonna promote, that's gonna come up here and hear a woman's vulnerable story and try to take advantage of them.
Yeah.
Cause Bump laughs because
That's
he one of those type of niggas.
yeah, wow.
No, I'm not.
That's why
Damn,
he
man. Yo,
laughing.
save me. Yo, you
He
know
wanted
why.
to laugh. He gonna take advantage. He want to be saved. No, no, that's not cool. And that's the problem now. You got so many people that's preying on the weak-hearted, the weak-minded. That's
There's some kids that praying on niggas as weed.
I'm talking about people in general. It ain't just men and women, you know.
All right, back on the serious note, though. We
No,
don't want
you
to.
got to get back on a serious note. You keep laughing when everybody's serious. You can't even see my face now. My face is dead serious.
I come on already. We've been doing this way too long. I don't even gotta see your face, bro. You already. All right, I got the straight face on though. Yo,
Nah, man.
no, you open the door.
Yeah, you opened the door for this. For the abuse and the drama that a lot of women go through at the hands of men. Cause niggas just want some pussy. And then they come on the show and you know, shame on you, bump.
Nah, but I'm
Yes.
just saying though.
But that's the thing. Cause mental health, we vulnerable. And it's always a vulnerable woman out there that man preying on. She in her feelings, she going through a breakup, this and that. That's
Yeah,
why a lot of women are up here scared to talk. That's why they don't want to share,
yeah,
especially around a bunch of niggas, because we
yeah,
always got some type of ulterior motives. Most of us are not genuine when it comes to females. We got to be real with it. A lot of us are
yeah,
not genuine. We ulterior. If we're gonna build a community, we got to make them feel comfortable, make them feel
yeah,
safe.
yeah,
That's my out. Make them feel safe because if they're not safe, how they gonna ever speak up if they
yeah,
think one of us is trying to thinking they
Pray.
look good, preying on them when they
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to when they trying to be transparent and I'm worrying about how she look. And it's the same for me. If I'm up here opening up and girls want to get close to me, oh, we feel for you. And next thing you know, they just want to be with me thinking I'm handsome. You don't really care for me and what I'm going through in life. I could be really hurting, really fucked up. All you want is some dick and some money. It don't work. It don't work that way.
Nah, it's crazy.
It's just yeah, it's a safe place for all men and women. But until you know, we just gotta be mindful that the women are always going to be leery when it's guys. That's why in the beginning we were trying to get a woman show, or at least a woman curator. We had one. Unfortunately, life happened. We had to remove her.
Well, she removed herself.
No, that was the first one. Then we had
Oh,
it. Then we got a second one, and she removed herself.
nah, the second one was good, yo.
Now, Toya was good. Shout out to Toya. You know, she's going through a life situation. I ain't speaking her business, but shout out to Toya. We, you in my prayers because I know what you're going through and tough times. But
So we did have a female.
yeah, you know, and then
She was liked. She was she meshed with us. She
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
yeah, she was right on time. But again, unfortunately, she's going through a situation right now. So prayers up to her and her fam, and just her situation. And you overcome that. You know,
But
I
at the
just
end of the day, we gotta look out for one another, fellas. I gotta look out for the women the best way y'all can, y'all daughters, y'all
yeah,
nieces,
yeah.
and we gotta look
yeah,
out for one another because we're under
I
attack.
agree.
We're
yeah,
under attack.
nieces,
Yeah,
cousins. You know what I'm saying? Even your
Nieces,
uncle. You
cousins,
know.
daughters, aunts.
yeah, yeah. That's why I don't like it when I hear the whole back and forth with male and female. We need each other, yo. We
I
need
don't
each
get it.
other.
That's one thing I would never let this show, whatever platform, get into is
Yeah.
gender war. I'm
Gender.
not.
Let
You said
I'm
it
not
even
with
better,
all of
cuz. You
that
said it
gender
even better,
war.
cuz.
I'm
go
Yeah.
not
ahead.
with that.
Hey, coach, let E elaborate. Go ahead, E. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Spit
nah, facts. I don't like that, because at the end of the day, that's the war. That's what they want us to do. We're tearing at each other. You see what I'm saying? We got to build each other up. You know what I'm saying? Constant gender wars. We all got our issues, but we got to find somewhere to like meet in the middle. We got to meet in the middle to rise up. You
That's
see what I'm
common
saying?
ground. Right. Common
Straight
ground.
up. Yeah, we
Right.
gotta find a common. You said it even better, but like straight up common ground, yo. We can't be saying, what I'm saying, and especially doing it out in the open. No, we could do that behind closed doors. But
We
while we
don't
out
do
here
it
on the
at
front
all.
line, We need to just make it happen together. You see?
Men need to just mind their business and let the women
Understood.
police the women. Let the women
Yeah.
deal with their own problems.
Let
Men
the
need to
women
mind their
deal with their
fucking
yeah.
business. Men have their hands in everything.
Yeah.
That ain't got nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
We can't solve their problems, so let them
Yeah.
be. The gender war starts with us. In
Yeah.
reality, it starts with us. If we do better, they will be better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It starts with us.
Yeah. We the leaders.
We the leaders.
We the leaders,
We
man.
have
We
to
the
do
leaders,
better
yo.
as a society. It starts with the men.
Yeah.
I
Right.
always say that people don't like me because they think I'm bashing men. I'm not pandering or nothing. It's just it starts with us. We
I
got to
say
be
the
the
same
ones to
shit.
set the example. The women are moving off how we
We
treat them.
move. Yeah, that's true. That's true. How we move with
They're
them.
a reflection of us. So
Yeah.
whatever you don't like, that's the cause of us,
Yeah,
men
I
in a
agree.
whole.
So does because of that, does that alter the masculinity? Does that explain why more?
I don't get into masculinity and
Well,
femininity.
okay, so does that kind of open up a segue as opposed to why women are acting like men or moving like men?
Yeah, because no, they're not moving like men. They're
What
They're
is it?
just
moving
trying to be
heartless.
strong. They're just trying to,
They're
move
moving
forward.
heartless.
They're
Because if they
finding
were
their strength.
moving like men, see, put it like this.
Okay, we have
When you
somebody.
say, I'm put it like this.
Coach,
When you say,
we have somebody that just asked to come in. So go ahead and say what you're gonna say, and then this guest, I guess, wants to speak her piece.
not like 5 minutes left, but you can add them in.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, are very observant. And yes, and they see these things. So
Mm,
when you say, damn, you made me lose my train of thought. Fuck. What did you say before you said what you said? Like, at the end of the day, when I say that men are the cause of it, it's like the masculinity thing. They're
okay.
not like when you say they're acting like men. They're not acting like men. Those are the worst traits of man. That's what they're acting like. So know what that tells me? We've been giving them the worst of ourselves. We've been giving them the worst of ourselves. So they're just mirroring what we've been giving them. So
Right.
they're acting like them because if they were acting like a real stand-up man, we wouldn't have these problems. We would have loyalty, trust, commitment, because that's what a stand-up man is doing.
Yeah.
But we're not acting that way. So the women are responding how they're responding. I don't knock them for the way they're responding. They're watching it. They're seeing how these dudes are acting.
Right.
And then you got
Yeah.
women that come from good homes, have good fathers, have this, have that. And they're filling the gaps as far as financial. They don't have to depend on a man. They're not in dire need of a man.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then a lot of the men, their egos, they can't take that because they feel less than. Because their whole thing is, I can take care of you. I can take care of you. You're supposed to take care of yourself. Everybody's supposed
Facts.
to take care of themselves.
Facts. Facts. Facts.
You know, like I don't want to take care of nobody.
Yeah. Let me
But
ask y'all this.
kids need taken care of. Grown
Yeah.
ups don't take care of a grown up.
Send another request, love. I don't know
You
what
know?
happened, but go ahead. Ask your question.
Do y'all think that a woman should need a man? I'm asking both of y'all, Bump and
No,
Coast.
no, nobody should know.
No.
No,
I agree.
a
Because you
need is
got,
like food, shelter, water, stuff like that.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's not a necessity. A
yeah.
man, I don't think we're like, nah, you
Because
know.
reason why I act, my bad, and I mean cut you off.
You're fine.
Now, reason why I asked that is because because it's a lot of dudes out there, they'll criticize and say like, oh, that's basically like a woman shouldn't say, oh, they don't need, like they basically feel like a woman should need a man. Like you need,
No,
you know what I mean? And I disagree with that.
no,
I want to
because
put that out there. I
those
disagree with
men
that.
want control.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Those men want control.
Yeah,
Who wants to be controlled?
yeah,
Nobody wants to be controlled.
yeah,
Nobody should need another person. It's
yeah. I feel like, yeah, we should all be able to do
Partnership.
something in our free will, you know?
It's
right,
nice to have. It's partnership.
Yeah,
right,
thank you. That's it. Companionship, yeah.
right.
I just, like I told you in the last show, sometimes I just be needing company, a friend.
Yeah.
Some women are afraid to let men lead. Of
Yeah,
course, of
yeah.
course, of
But
course.
Miss Cook, we get why. So like me and the host, we get why. Eric, people that indulge in the show, we understand why. And I am one to take full credit and responsibility for a lot of our actions because I
There's
was,
many reasons why, though.
yeah,
There's
that,
many reasons why. A lot of women have been let down.
yeah,
Yeah.
A lot of women can't take the back seat.
right. And so,
Yeah.
They have to be
definitely,
in control of everything.
right, right. Also, too, if you wanted to come in, send another invite. I know you did. I don't know why I would not let it connect you, but again, it's not me. So go ahead.
Because, a lot of us grow and we, like, our relationship with our parents seep in. So, like, when it comes to the leader thing, a lot of us don't like to be told what to do. It stems to that. Like, a lot of women don't, they feel like I'm telling them what to do. But it's kind of like when you're in a partnership, you never get to that level because
Right.
Yeah.
it's an understanding. Once you're in a partnership, there's an understanding to where you're
Yeah.
not feeling like you're being told what to do
Yeah.
or being demanded to do something.
When you know what to do, it's another part of that of the knowing, because a lot of
Yeah.
people
Facts.
be in it and still not know what to do. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
you.
then there's no understanding. There's no understanding if you don't know what to do.
Well, understanding is an understatement, but we're just gonna leave it as that. But I get it. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
understanding is understanding what we have built together in the partnership. Like everybody should understand a partner. Like there's the definition of the word. Like we're grown. What is? It's not that. It's not rocket science. People make it
Yeah.
hard and complicated. It's not.
A lot of people may be grown but don't think grown or act. You know what I'm saying?
Those are excuses because they have their guard up. Yeah, a lot of people have their guard up because they've been hurt. I've had my guard up for years because I've been hurt. Both sides have to settle work and come together and have partnership. Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, a lot of men don't like to be told no. Of course, a lot of
Yeah.
men don't like to be told what to do.
And that's where
Remember
that
what I told you
insecurity.
about? Um, there's gonna be times where my woman may be knowledgeable in a situation more than me.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna have to take the role.
Yeah.
She's
Lead.
gonna have to take the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Self
Like
aware.
I'm not gonna step on her toes, and she knows more about what's going on than me. I'll be an
Mm-hmm.
idiot. There's
Yeah.
gonna be certain situations where she lead, and there's gonna be certain situations where I'm knowledgeable about, where I'm
I'm
gonna
Yeah.
take the wheel.
And
okay.
you feed off of each other.
Yeah, and if she got best believe if she got a better idea, like I said before in a previous show, she has a better idea than mine.
Then
I'm
go for
falling
it.
back.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, let me tap into what Bridget said as far as like a lot of men don't like to be told what to do. Well, um, we have to sometimes just put our pride in that instinct to the side because
Yeah.
we don't do everything. And when we keeping it real with ourselves, I can be told what to do, and it's not that I don't like it, because Again, I don't know everything. I have to be compromisable in order to make this thing work.
Yeah.
You know, we have to be able to compromise, you know, and put pride and dignity and certain things to the side. Because when we bring that in and thinking this what it's supposed to be, we can conflict.
Yeah.
So very compromisable in order to meet common ground.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to let her take the wheel. Of course,
Facts.
sometime we will get to that point to where it's like, you know what, baby, go ahead, just take the wheel,
Yeah, yeah, pull
because
that
we
jacket up.
trying to take the lead for so long. And a lot of us, you know, we learn through trial and error. A lot of us, we made mistakes with the limited instructions that was passed down from our elders, you know, and a lot of that comes from from what was passed down. Now, if we don't know it and we come to a point in life to where it's like having a trainer, a coach. This trainer is only going to get you to a certain level. You know, once you get to the certain level of keep throwing your jab and then the 1-2 with the hook and the uppercut, like that gets redundant. So you might have to pick and choose wisely for the next trainer to elevate you to that next level. You know what I'm saying? More so than what this trainer was given. You know, there's levels to it.
Yeah.
So
Definitely. Definitely.
again, it's a partnership, and again, correct. But you have to know your partner. You know, you have to be
Yeah.
able to deal with compassion and empathy with your partner. You have to also, you know, kind of like be equally yoked and be able to travel on the same type of vibration, you know, and strive not. Well,
Night, auntie.
Coach, good night, Auntie.
Okay. Good night, Auntie.
Coach said that's like an excuse too when people outgrow one another. But sometimes, you know, it's not being that you're outgrown. It's some people just have reached their level of what they want to learn as far as their elevation. You
But
know,
see, I look at it as transactional if you outgrown. Especially, how do you outgrow your wife? How do you outgrow your wife?
you're asking me because I mean,
Asking in general, how do you like? I hear people say they outgrow friendships. I get that.
what,
That's
yo,
just
Eric,
not who I am as a person.
Eric, what would you say to that?
Well,
Like,
basically,
how do you
how,
outgrow someone you love?
Yeah.
yeah, I can
That's what I want to
understand it.
know. How do you outgrow someone you love?
Yeah, I can understand because you know when you in love with somebody, you know you with that person, you know. So yeah, I get what Coach is saying when he says that. You know, I get
Unless
that. Yeah,
unless they've done something to make you not love them.
yeah. Then that's the falling out of love. Yeah,
Yeah,
Mm.
but
but when you in love with you're in there with them. Yeah,
because like I hear
friendships.
people say,
Big falling out of love can happen too. So it's almost,
Yeah,
I don't want to say that's along the lines of outgrowing, but your love for them just might have, I
I
don't know.
it diminished. It
I don't
diminished.
I don't hell no. Hell no. How? People be stuck. Thank you. A lot of people be stuck. A lot of
Yeah.
people be stuck.
Hmm.
But what we call stuck, some people call love.
Maybe sometime we could get tired of old habits that we, you know, because sometimes we want to give the person or the people the benefit of the doubt because we come from different cultural backgrounds and things
So
of
you're
that nature.
doing this before you get
Yeah.
married or during married.
Well, that's why certain people get married 2 to 3 times, Coast. I'm not saying because I don't know. We're just having our conversation.
Yeah, I
You know
know.
what
I'm
I'm
just asking questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't know, you
But
know, but
sometimes people don't even have like they even grow to like they develop that room to not even put up with certain things that they were putting up with previously, you know? Like shit, I
so
tolerated that before, but now it's like,
tired of this bitch taking off her wig and just keep throwing it on the like, you know, we outgrow certain things. Like, damn,
yeah, yeah,
I like working out for the last 6 years. I thought that you would kind of, you know, with reasons and different types of health purposes, you would kind of, you know, for what you say, we can like only hold certain people accountable for what they say and what they do. And sometimes that can have an effect. Like, man, this motherfucker don't want to change. Like, I don't want to waste the next 6 years of my life dealing with this,
Yeah.
So we never know.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
we
I
say out.
kind of look at it like people are. I think people give up easy. I think people give up easy in this day and age.
Yeah. And
Hell,
you also got people who are not true of who they are. They'll hide certain things until it's, and then when it's time, they bring it out, and you say like, "Damn, like where did this come from?" You know.
Hmm. That's
And so
true.
it's like,
That's
you
true.
know, yeah, it's like, damn,
That's
you
true.
was this way one way, but now that
yeah,
further along, you start bringing out this whole different side of you, and it's like, hold on. So that comes into somebody being tricked. So that
right.
comes with just understanding and just being true to who you are. Give somebody the opportunity to love you for who you are. You know.
But that's where, and that's where a lot of relationships get fucked up because a lot of men have to change who they are for the woman. So you don't even get a chance to love the real me because I'm already changing me
Yeah. Yeah.
instantly. I have to
Facts.
change who I am for her.
Yeah, and you
Right.
shouldn't have to
So you're
change
not
yourself for
even, so
nobody.
in the beginning, you're not even loving me for this is not even who I was in the beginning.
Yeah,
So so when I'm trying to show you is like it it a lot of this has to be a vetting. Like when I was telling you from before a long time ago, Bump, when I'm on a date, I don't want to get to know you on the date. I don't want to get to know you over dinner.
Right.
That's a waste of my time. I have to
Mm,
get to know you before these things. A lot of things we have to get to know. A lot of that trickery comes out in conversation.
yeah,
But people are so full of lust and sex and status and
yeah,
lifestyle that they don't know they don't know their partner. They just
yeah,
know that the partner look good, she got status, and her pussy good. That's all they
yeah,
really know. And then
yeah,
now when things start changing, oh, she tricked me or he tricked me. You should have been asking questions,
mm,
spending more time together before y'all decided
yeah,
to elope and get married and do these things. So
yeah,
in year 5, 6 of the marriage, you're not feeling blindsided.
yeah,
You know, we don't take
yeah,
time out to learn a person. You gotta learn people.
yeah. That's true.
People always wanna say, I ain't got time in it. Yes, you ain't got nothing but time when you want something.
but
Yeah,
but but people don't want to make that time. I like that's
You only
someone.
hurting yourself when you do that.
So, but I see why people say that
You only
because
hurting yourself.
but people time they're starting to notice how. Hey, yo, Eric, check this out. When people say that, I think they're starting to become an awareness of how important their energy and their time is, but they just don't know how to be efficient with
understood. Oh no, explain that. Explain that real quick for me, if you don't mind.
it.
Yeah, I know what you mean because time and energy is spent,
Yeah, so a lot of people may feel like at this point with
but a
my
lot,
time and
see,
energy, my
I
time
can't.
and energy, with my time and energy, I don't want to give you that right now.
Okay, I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Might be like, you know what I'm saying? So therefore, when a female give you that time, the one that's kind of like, with a high guard, you know what I'm saying? You wanna tread lightly with that, because they're not just giving you the high guard. You understand what I'm trying to say in a sense?
Yeah, yeah, and I know exactly what you mean. You know what I'm saying? Because she's not just giving that to anybody. She's giving you something that's precious to her. So know
I,
how to use that wisely.
along the lines of work, I'm trying to do what I got to do with my kids, and you
Yeah,
know, shit like that. And plus, I want to replace this nigga that I've been with, type
yeah,
shit. Like,
yeah,
we all find a comfortable situation. I'm not going to downplay a brother or a person's situation, but we all find a situation like if I'm not mistaken, Miss Cook said, we find something that we're comfortable in. And when we
Yeah,
be comfortable, we kind of get complacent at times and, you know, kind of overlook our situation.
Why
yeah,
not look for a comfortable situation? Why do I want to be uncomfortable? Why do
yeah,
I want to be uncomfortable? Why am I looking for uncomfortability?
Because
What's
we
bad
because
about comfort?
a lot of us we've been uncomfortable. That's all we know.
So what's bad about comfort?
Because a lot what's bad about it, what's bad is we don't know what that is. That's the catchy part. We don't even know what that is.
yeah. We gotta
We
find our level of comfortability. We gotta find that.
don't know what comfortability is because we so used to a way of life in a sense.
Like, but you dictate your way of life.
True.
You dictate your comfort also.
So a lot of women, with that being said, Lashira, is that's why you guys try to pick and choose and judge wisely. You know, you species are way more different than us, man. We just trying to, yeah, okay, you
No,
need to be like,
no, because the same rules apply. You men need to pick and choose wisely too, and stop
what we
playing
need.
games.
But okay, so what you're saying is what we need to do versus to what we've been doing. Eric, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what have we
Yeah,
been doing?
Nose first, man. We just kind of go with we go with the flow instead of vetting and you know trying to figure out what's best for us. We just the female already know months in time prior to like I know he just want the cooch or
If
I
she
think
don't know, because if she knew, she wouldn't fall for it.
they
Yeah, yeah, if you know something, why? That's what I'm saying.
they be knowing, but yo, bro,
They,
they
you just said they don't know. Now they know. You
a
gotta be.
lot of women know. A lot of women claim or act like they don't know when they know.
What I'm saying is, I don't fault them.
I'm not faulting them either. Right,
Don't fault them,
right,
especially when niggas is coming and playing games.
right. I'm not
There's more
faulting.
men playing games than women knowing that he might be playing games or not. Most men are playing games.
yeah,
It's just what it is. Most niggas is playing games.
yeah.
I
You gotta be true. You gotta be truthful about what you want,
Cause it's
and you
kind of
know what I'm
like
saying.
it's like this.
going back to
Go
that.
around and it's like the difference between a lot of women I see and men. A lot of women, when they want to settle down, they're dating with purpose.
Yeah,
Lashira, Queen,
Purpose.
peace.
Men, like if you ask a man, why are you dating? Is it
yeah, and
dating
that,
with purpose? Are you dating her to make you her wife? Make that
Hello.
your
yeah,
wife?
and
Is
that's
that
where
the reason
honesty
why
comes
you're
in.
How you
dating
doing?
her?
We just brought in the port from Stanford. Sorry, y'all. I'm at work, and it was quiet the whole time, and now I got a customer.
Okay.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
she was tapping in, man. I guess she wanted to have have some things to say, so she tapped in. I accepted it. Um, yo, peace to everybody in the chat. Welcome to Talk of the Town Tuesday night, men and women's mental health support group. This is a safe zone. Um, I welcome everybody. Coast, welcome everybody. We want to thank everybody. We want to thank Brother Eric Ford for tapping in, being
we
patient
got
and dropping gems as well.
we got like 15 minutes left to wrap. We already over time, but I want to wrap up like in another 15.
I
Cause
bet.
I want to go get some food before it get late.
Yeah, definite. I guess when Miss Lashira, finish her customers, she wants to speak her piece. Definitely.
Yeah. It's all about being honest, yo. You gotta be honest. You gotta be, you know what I'm saying? Authentic. Authenticity, man. Authenticity goes a long way, you know. You gotta be honest about you know what I'm saying, what it is, you know what I'm saying? Don't lead nobody on. Don't lead nobody on. You know, you can't lead these women
Gotta
on.
get it to
It's
date.
that
Like,
that's easier said than done because that's what a lot of that is going on. A lot of people is being misled and misguided.
because
Yeah,
niggas, and that's where the excuses come in. It ain't easier said than done. Niggas just don't want to do it.
yeah, I agree. If you know
If you
her
want to
intentions
be
is pure,
honest,
if you know her intentions is pure, don't waste her time. You know what I'm
yo,
saying? Stay what it is.
we're dealing with moral issues that like men know these things since young, and
Yeah,
now men are acting like women and choosing to be naive, like we don't know what's going on.
yeah,
Everybody knows what's going on. We just choose to go otherwise.
yeah. And that's why you can't be mad at some of these
Then when
females
people
who's
get burnt, it's the Spider-Man meme. They point at each other.
yeah,
That's what happens when people get burnt. Now it's he did it, she did it. They point at each other. Nobody wants to
yeah.
take accountability for their actions,
And
man
that's
or
what I was
woman. Man
hmm
or woman.
yeah,
You know, we always say women don't know how to take accountability. Well, a lot of women have been fucked over to the point where they feel like they don't have to.
yeah.
They're just getting their get back
Hmm.
on these niggas. Because niggas is just doing what they do.
So with the women doing they get back, like even though we know and feel like that's not right, how could we kind of stop the tit for tat type of ordeal?
You can't.
Somebody gotta be honest
Every
from the
man,
jump.
because it's just every man ain't the same. Every woman ain't the same. So we ain't gonna be able to get everybody on accord. It's just sometimes we gotta realize we gotta we gotta ask more questions. We gotta vet. We gotta know these people, know them inside and out.
Hmm.
We need more conversation.
Yeah,
Niggas be sitting up talking about nothing, talking about loving hip hop with a girl and all types of stupid shit. Get to
yeah,
know one another. That's what we're trying to do. Because if I'm gonna marry you, I need to know everything about you. Your
yeah,
fears, this, that, your loves, and what makes you tick. And then when we
yeah,
move together, I can learn more about you.
yeah,
But before that happens, I need to know a lot of information about you. And
Right.
I want you to know everything about me. You have to, if we're gonna make this work, so you can make your decision.
Mm.
If God forbid I get on one knee and you tell me no,
Sorry, y'all.
so
I completely lost my frame of thought. I did want to come in and chat, but yeah, I got the customer and I totally forgot what I was going to say. But I did type in what I was talking about. So, but good talk, guys. Good talk.
yeah,
Man.
yeah, we
Sorry, I'm
definitely,
about
at
to
work.
definitely.
wrap it up. Boom, we about
I'm
to
at
wrap
work, working smarter, not harder. That's why I be able to see here and talk to you guys.
it.
Definitely.
That's what's up.
Get get money, man. Put it up, build on your credit, and save wisely,
Definitely.
Yeah, invest in yourself, save wisely, build your credit. More powerful.
Yeah, definitely. Especially in these days and times, definitely. The times that we live in.
I'll wrap this shit up too.
I'm gonna give a.
I can't help them, and the cops making me look horrible. Oh, you
I'm gonna.
can't get
Sorry,
a
y'all.
fee. You can't. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you guys are already charging them $50. I'm sorry to interrupt your conversation.
No,
I
you're
mean,
good.
be out of here 2 seconds. I'm like, you
I
guys are
don't even
already
know how to
charging
mute
them
it. They
fifty
must have hung
dollars.
up anyway.
All right. I wanted to give Brother Aaron and Sister Lashana, if you guys had anything real quick, you can drop in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Any jewels, any
$53 for what?
Something that I did on overnight that I got to make up. It's not even in the system. Unless you want to write it up for me real quick, I'll give you the information. You're probably faster than me, but I got to get my wallet. I'll be right
All
back.
right. All right.
Anyone is calling fouls.
y'all going to get it. This where y'all going to get it. It's the talk of the town. Talk of the
These
town is where
niggas can't beat the Knicks.
we talk back. But Sister Lashera, if you wanted to drop some jewels on the chat, again, we are looking for a female or two to uphold a women's group. That is definitely out there. So if you know somebody yourself or somebody that may step up to fulfill that spot, it's that's the blessing.
All
Brother
right.
Eric, Sister LaShare, if there's something that you guys wanted to say to the people before we wrap it up, you're more than welcome.
Positive vibes only, y'all.
I
Yeah.
respect that. Positive vibes only, short and sweet.
Yeah, straight up, straight up.
It's Grammy speech time, bump.
All right, we want to thank everybody for coming out with us. Tap into the Sunday show. All depending on when the host, Big Coast, that do the most, decide to.
You probably typed it up faster than already, to be honest with you. I give you the date and everything. Give me 1 second, please. I'm sorry, but
Chill while I'm doing the Grammy speech. I only got a minute. He's so rude.
Who, me?
Nah, the nigga that was. But yo, check it. Again, man, we thank y'all with abundance of love for the love and support. Thank y'all for tapping in. It's nothing. It is nothing. It is nothing, nothing, nothing but a small request for y'all to hit the bell icon.
Oh, 2 fouls already.
Go on the YouTube page, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell icon, so therefore everybody get the information. You can find me in Coast on Talk of the Town -203, Talk of the Town, one word. Again, Talk of the Town -203. When we going live on YouTube, you can tap that in, not only on the live, but to catch other episodes of what we've been doing. Tap in, if not tomorrow, in a day or so, what we done on YouTube will be up. This will be uploaded.
Tomorrow.
We will be on Connecticut Public Access TV, in your local Bridgeport, Stratford, things like that, in your local area, channel 77, channel 88. Tap into us tonight on, like I said, on Connecticut Public Access TV. With that being said, great minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, small minds discuss people. We love y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in.
Cuz, I love you, man.
Yeah, much love, yo. Thank y'all. Thank you, Bump. Thank you, Cuz, for having me. Always, man. Much love.
One.
Much love. All right.
Peace.
Peace.